Hi, I'm Gary Jones with Tog Drop Solutions, and we're here to show you how to set up our system on using auto poles like I have here in the back. We use them once in a while, especially in a tight location, maybe in the corner up against the wall where you don't have any room, maybe to put a light or something like that, or just attach something to without the legs coming out. And if you have the ceilings where you can use them, nice flat ceiling, then that's good. So what you need, we have our pole adapters. They have spacers in them. You take them out when you use them on auto poles. And then if you have a pole that's smaller than this opening here, then you would put the spacers in and you could use it just about on anything. But what this does, and it has magnets in here to hold the spacers in there so they just don't accidentally fall out. So what we do is we take one of these screws out, and then this will open up to go around the auto pole. You're going to take the one knob out. You're going to take this, come around the pole, kind of squeeze it together, put this one knob back in. We're going to tighten this up like so, get it about where we want it. And you don't have to over tighten, just snug it. You might be able to rotate a little bit, but it's not going to slide easily. So no sense in over tightening anything. Now what we have is the single pole wall holder with the J hooks. And then we have 1.5-inch pipe, so we're using the 1.5-inch pipe, the saddle that fits in here. We ship it with 1.25 inch. That seems to do about everybody. Now we're just going to take this and slide it on here. And some of these you might notice they fit kind of snug. So if you just put your finger up underneath this and lift up, it's a whole lot easier than trying to pull. But after you use it a few times, that will loosen up. So then tighten this knob up. And then we have these little tie-down bungees. Get where you can see it, there you go. And when we put the pipe in, we'll use that to secure it. Now that we have the pipe in, we're going to take this, hook it around that one J hook, come around, and then put it on the other one. That way it secures that pipe. Make sure nothing moves. Don't want anything falling. Okay, now that we have the pole up and secured, we have it tied down on that one, that end, and then on this end over here. So we'll take our backdrop. Y'all know how to put backdrops up, I'm sure. And now what I want to show you is our stretchers. So if you've watched any other videos, it's the same stretcher that goes on like the light stands. And when you create a corner, you'll need the one on the light stand. So you can see how it's curved. So this goes on to where, if it's going over on this side here, it would go like this, where the curve is away from the backdrop. So basically pointing away from the backdrop. And then you would turn it the other way for this end and have the curve kind of like coming out this way, so you can get away from the backdrop. So let's get in there and I'll show you how these work. Okay, with the stretcher, I say pointing away from the backdrop, you just have to swivel. You don't have to take that screw out. Make sure this spacer and the washer stays back here by the knob. We'll put it around the pole, like so. And then we'll just tighten this up. Like that. And you just have to snug it. It doesn't take much. So now we'll grab this, and we like using the thinner ones as far as the Velcro goes. They have the other ones that hook to the pole, but you can't pull this backdrop to the pole because then it's going to go at an angle. So that's the reason for the stretcher. It's going to bring it out even with the top and straight down and straight in line with everything. To me, that's very important. And we're going to put this on here. You have your gator clip. And you clip that to the backdrop. Let's turn this a little bit. That's pulling just a little too tight. And then you can loosen this up to adjust it if you need to bring it down or up, whatever's going to get the wrinkles out. Okay, we just finished setting up just this single backdrop, just with just one pole, a couple stretchers on the bottom, and I went ahead and just put an air clamp in the center because once I stretched it, that moved on me a little bit. But you can tell by the angle of the stretcher down there, I'm pulling down, and it's a short backdrop, so just for demonstration purposes. So I'm pulling down on it, and what I did is I loosened the stretchers up, and then I just kind of moved them back and forth, up and down until I got that sweet spot. And now we have a backdrop that's nice and flat, and it's straight vertically, and we don't have to worry about anything else. You could, if you had a stubborn backdrop, you could come over here on the sides and maybe put another stretcher on either side and pull that. Maybe if you're outside a windy day or you got people walking by and it's, how they want to move and you're taking a picture and all of a sudden you see that little ripple, but you could stretch that out to try to eliminate that as much as possible.